I close my eyes. I concentrate. It doesn't matter how many races you've won, how many rivals you've beaten. Your determination remains the same.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
It's a dialogue with the track, the rumbling, and the vibrations.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Pushing it right to the limit, trying to understand if you can take yourself even further. Words like champion or legend lose their meaning if there's no will to set new goals. That is why, as I crossed the latest finish line, I already knew what my next challenge would be. I will find a rookie driver, the best of the bunch, one who is ready to push themselves even further, beyond the limits.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
In the first Simpleton episode, we talked about the history of WRC games, and wouldn't you know it, the Italian studio Milestone, known for creating mediocre WRC games, mainly the WRC FIA World Rally Championship from 2010, all the way until WRC4 from 2013, created another rally game, released in 2016, and most importantly, it wasn't shit. Over the years, many rally drivers have gotten a rally game with their name on it. The most well-known would be Colin McRae Rally and Richard Burns Rally. Later, the trend has fallen off, but Milestone Games was about to give it a shot with 9 times World Rally Champion Sebastien Loeb. And thus, in 2016, we got Sebastien Loeb Rally Evo. Interestingly, the game takes the most elaborate approach to the Rally Champion's name in a title with its most documentary-like mode. We get to follow Sebastien Loeb's rally career from the beginning to 2016, because obviously the game does not feature the 2022 season. Do not worry though, the game does give you a career mode, which is a bit less comprehensive than WRC titles from Kiloton, but miles ahead of something like Dirt Rally 2.0. The thorough plot is that Sebastien Loeb is looking for a driver who will stand out from the rest. This is where you come in, climbing your way through the ranks. It's basically Sebastien Loeb playing Pokemon with some Jeff wannabe Racer 57.
Are we there yet?
Not yet.
Are we there yet?
Oh, let's play a game. Where we are.
The game has a very large arsenal of cars to drive. And a lot of these are quite unique, especially because the game features prototypes and hill climbs. And it's all part of a season pass.
My European dream does not include the stake.
To be exact, let's take a look at the cars featured. The interiors look... well, if there is something to look at, it looks acceptable. Sometimes, there is not exactly a lot to look at. We can compare Lancia Fulvia from Dirt Rally 2.0 to Sebastien Loeb Rally Evo. But yeah, at least it has some features, unlike Toyota. But compare a Toyota to one from Dirt Rally 2.0.
They don't have one. They don't have one.
You can edit liveries. In less than a minute, you can create a livery. I haven't said a good livery, but a livery. There is also multiplayer. Okay, there is a button for multiplayer. But it's time to see how all of this gets on the road and what comes out of it. First run of the day, kicking it off with Tarmac Rally.
Three, 2, 1, go. 100. Crest 50.
The physics do give you a slight feeling like you're on the rails. Simply the inputs you make, especially the small inputs, are too artificial. The surface feels like a tarmac, and it delivers, but the grip feels too much on rails, especially when you go over crests and other grip faiths of Rally World. The grip feels uncanny, a bit too linear, especially when on the limit. But once you go beyond the limit and into the tree line, you can use the rewind feature.
But, Sammy, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, it's rewind time.
This is some good stuff. The experience is not amazing, nor is it unplayable, and if you are not looking for die-hard sim, this is some good stuff.
5 over crest, tightens, 40.
Gravel. Gravel is sus. Basically, there is no longer a tram simulator making a cameo here.
Hello there.
So it instead goes for the right opposite. The gravel is fairly slidey, and power sliding is a bit too much powerful. Also, I find it sometimes fairly difficult to expect what the car is going to do.
Hi, I'm Derek Bum. Say goodbye to daily
stages and crashes.
services with new
Rally
gun. This sink is filthy, but just 3 shots from
Rally
gun, and it sparkles like new.
It might be just this car. You know, 600 horsepower and untested Italian vehicle prototype #going speedy sticker on it pretty much guarantees it's either 3 or something else, but rarely the road. But despite my weaker pace from the beginning, I then harness the power of this very powerful shoebox and somehow win the race. How? Why?
Because I was inverted.
We're in Australia after all. Snow.
You like sushi?
Snow is more slidey than gravel and less unpredictable.
140.
Sometimes it's the real slim slidey and power slides are still so powerful that it's uncanny.
Left 4 plus.
It's like the car gets grip from nothing. Also, the snowbanks are interesting because sometimes they can get you off the track easily and other times you can drive over them like it's Mario Kart. But overall, if you get used to it, you will have fairly enjoyable experience, because sometimes you do not need the hardcore sim to have fun. But only sometimes, okay?
You like sushi?
Now let's see, how does such rally championship look like? And it's Monte Carlo.
Speedy boy.
So I decided to rent a cheap Mini Cooper knockoff, despite having perfect Fulvia in my garage. Because those wheels, man, those get grip even in midair.
Woo! It's showtime!
3, 2, 1, go. 50. Right 4 long, 50. Left 5 minus, right 5 right. Left 5 plus long, and right 40.
Emotional, damn it!
Left 5
Long, turn it!
caution, right. Right 6 40. Left 6 plus 40. Left 5 tight 140.
Medium left, medium left. Medium left, nice and easy, turn! Throttle! Fast, medium left, long, long, in.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Medium right, concentrate. Medium left, medium left, medium left. Listen to my calls. Medium left into, you're not concentrating, Sammy, you're watching out and driving. Sammy, you have to listen, Sammy, otherwise you're not working, Sammy. Seriously, you are watching and driving.
5 plus into right 5 plus 40.
You have to be easy, Sammy, otherwise we won't win it. You have to be easy, Sammy. I'm telling you, you're not listening.
Shut up.
No, I'm just giving you advice, Sammy. Fast, medium, right. Listen to the call. Sammy, please listen to the call. Sharp left. Sammy, you have to stay on road, Sammy, otherwise car will break down. Sammy, you will wreck the car. We will not finish. You have to stay on road, Sammy. Oh, fuck. Sammy, what are you doing, man? Fucking hell. Sammy, can you please concentrate? Please, I beg you. We are wrecking the car. Oh. Sammy, you are wrecking the car. Shut up. Sammy, what are you doing, my friend? Shut up. Don't tell me how to drive.
Okay, well, that was it. 1 stage championship. Truly 10 out of 10 experience. Rallycross. Rallycross is a motorsport where multiple specially modified vehicles race against each other on a multiple surface circuit, with a hint of contact fight. But in Sebastien Loeb Rally Evo, the definition is more like
Who's about to get fucked?
Are you fellow Speedy boys ready for some action-packed movie?
Go.
Hey, silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Hello there.
I'm crushing them instantly.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one, go.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
America, we drive on the right side of the road. In England, we drive on the left side of the road. In Russia, road is road. Drive where you want. What am I gonna do?
You and what army?
As you might have noticed, the AI's understanding of Rallycross might impact your experience in a way that you will never forget. Next, Hill Climb. This game, following Sebastien Loeb's career, will give you an opportunity to drive a car on top of a hill. And from the top of my head I can tell you that this hill is more dangerous than a rally stage, but less than a Rallycross, although the AI really takes credit for it there. Anyways, I get speedy. The downforce is notable. You really have to balance the tire load well, as you can judge from the lockups and wheel spins that I'm nailing it, at least until we reach the top. Because you see nothing. It's uncomforting until...
Yeah, it's rewind time. Yeah, if I can try...
Full speed ahead.
So thanks to everything else but my skill, I rewind myself to the first place and collect the money. You can also play this hill climb in its older version, when the road was just dirt. Tempting, but there are other things to talk about. Currently, the game is on sale and costs only about €2 on Steam, so that's how you do stonks. But if I were you, I would get the season pass because of the prototypes. I know I mentioned them, but look at this. It just makes even less sense than the first episode of 47th Gear. I do feel challenged. Simply this game, although the tarmac is secretly a tramp simulator and gravel and snow are just the real slim slidey and never letting you know what's gonna happen next, and even the AI in a rallycross that won't cut you any slack. Simply, it's good. The boys from Italy have gotten Speedy and created a game we can all enjoy as long as we won't seek the simulator if in it. Oh boy, he's coming!